Today we're not going to build, we're going to talk about basic set 720. The set contains 3 builds. So the third build is a SUV with a little caravan or camper. I'm not super amazed by this design. And then we go to the second build, a boat with a helicopter on it. The flag is also just not really stuck on it. And it's a nice design. And then we have the first build, definitely a bigger build. And I think it's an old Outback gas station. Let's just take a look inside. Truck driver is a bit too low, but actually it's totally fine. And then just add it randomly later on. Okay, let's just add some more bricks to it. Hello, this is Timo and this is another video of my project where I'm talking and building my old Lego. Today we're not going to build, we're going to talk about a set we were building before. Actually, the set contained 3 builds. It's a basic set from 1985, a set 720. We're starting to talk about the last and the third build and ending up with the first build, the third build, second build, first build. Because this is also the way I was shooting the talking and building videos, because I wanted to end up with the, in my opinion, a nicer build, the first build. And it's also nice maybe in this review video that you have them in that order from smaller to the bigger one. Yeah, so I'm doing some magic. As it worked, if it worked, you see actually all of the builds together now on my table. That's some magic. Yeah, let's just start with the third build, see what we think about it. And then of course on the end we will end up giving a general opinion about this entire set. So the third build is a truck, a SUV with a little caravan or camper. This entire basic theme is quite, all the designs are a bit angular, but with this set, while building it with this build, I was quite surprised about some weird solutions. For example, what I see now immediately is that the roof is just actually 1x8 plates, and yeah, you could also just have done this with 4x8 plates. That gave me the impression that the second and the third build of the set are actually kind of alternative builds, and that the first build is the actual build, the actual A model of the set. Also because of with the second and third build, there's way more bricks left over. But anyway, we're talking now about the third build. Yeah, so I'm not super surprised, I'm not super amazed by this design. There's also a 6-stud wide car, which was in that time actually quite special. And nowadays in Lego, that's actually quite normal thing. So it was actually quite a wide car and not actually combinable with normal Lego City Street base plates. But yeah, we can take a closer look. There's not so much to say about it. You can also see that those slopes are a bit yellow. The other white bricks, some of them I just reordered them because the real bricks that were in the set were just so much yellowed that it was yeah, just some decision of me to replace them. Yeah, I think I will just give the entire set on the end a rating, and so I will leave that out. I'm expecting more from the other sets, for the other builds that you already see on my table, but I still have to build them actually. And this build is a bit like, yes, a bit minimal, a bit basic, and especially the caravan. I can just give you a quick look inside, and it's just like it's. I mean, more basic would be that this little blue thing, whatever it's representing, I guess it's representing a table. That it would be not there. That would be the more basic solution. So that's just very close to that most basic solution step. So yeah, it's just like, in my opinion, also because the door they used for this caravan, for this camper, it's more like a house on wheels. Which actually, talking about the wheels, it's actually interesting how they made these wheels just with 2 incomplete wheel sets. Yeah. So and there are more things in the set that are just quite odd solutions for building something like this. So yeah. Let's just switch to the second build and put this back where it was standing approximately. And then we go to the second build. It's a boat with a helicopter on it. It reminds me a bit of the Coastal Culture of 1991. Same colors, but instead of a boat, helicopter, you have a boat on it, a little boat on it. And maybe the Coastal Culture would have looked like this when it would have been released in 1985. Yeah, the rope is a bit too long, because I don't know if you have watched Talking and Building video of this build, but the rope or the hook are not from this set. They're the hole in the rope is just too tiny for this quite fat Lego rope. And these ropes are just the standard Lego ropes. So I assume either the hook, they changed the hole later on, or the rope is just not how it should be. Yeah, and also the flag. I mean, talking about things that are weird. The flag is also just not really stuck on it with a click or something. Just holding it, and like this, it's just falling off. Nah. And that was a bit annoying. The rope was a bit annoying thing in the build. In building the set. Probably, I don't know where it's standing, but you can see there's also the first build standing there. And then there it was already magically not everything, because yeah. Lego and stickers is not my thing, but Lego and ropes is the next level, let's say, downwards. Yeah. About the design, it's a nice design. It's Lego basic, so quite angular and everything. But I think it's a bit better than the third build that I was showing before, because it has a bit more a play feature also with a helicopter, which is a very basic helicopter. And also these grills are only on one side, because for some reason they only had one piece of that in the set. I think it's the most basic. I mean, it's like very close to a Duplo, right? Yeah, the cabin, you can open it, but it's not really like with a smart way to open it. It's just like, you just have to take off the brick from the build. Windows are able to open. Those windows are a bit more like for buildings and not for boats, I think. But they also have this. They are the really old classical Lego windows, and they also are prepared for these panels, which are not included in this set, I think. I don't know. I didn't build yet the first build, but I don't think they are included. What do I think about the boat? I think it's a nice boat, yeah. As we already found out, those the second and the third build are just quite an alternative builds, so they had to do everything with the bricks that were already reserved, let's say, for the first build. And yeah, I will give on the end of this review video, I will just give my general opinion about set 720. This is just like a bit like showing the basics of every build, how it looks like, because unfortunately I cannot show them all together. I mean, you can see it right now if I made it to edit this thing proper with some tricks, but yeah, I have to do it one of it after each other, and yeah, so this is just how I do it. All right, then we go to the first build, and that's the last build of this review and of this set. So let's put it back where it might be the best spot. And then we have the the first build, and maybe the other way around. So this is definitely a bigger build. So the other builds were clearly some kind of alternative build for this set. I mean, only those two are probably already bigger than those, and then you have the entire gas station or garage or workshop. And that's not really clear. I mean, it looks empty, it looks like a gas station, but then when the tow truck is arriving with maybe this towing this car, then yeah, maybe then it's a workshop also. And I think these old Outback gas stations, they also have like a kind of a car workshop, right? A garage. Saying that, then this must be probably also the best. It is, I think it is. It is like a good design. It's a nice design. The tow truck is nice. It's 6-stud wide also. Everything is quite angular. I mean, the cars, especially the gas station, is yeah, very minimalistic. Also, the gas station. This is one of my complaints that. Let's just first take a look inside. Very minimalistic. A desk. Yeah. More minimalistic would not be possible, maybe. Yeah. The flag. So this is the thing. There are pieces in this set that I don't know if I have the wrong pieces. That, you know, the molds that I have, you know, because some I had to order them again. I don't know if they are wrong or slightly different, because they are like this flag is not really staying on the pole anymore. And I also had huge problems. I don't know if I already mentioned it just before, but to get the wire inside this hook. And let's just give a close up, and then you can also just see it better. And actually, while I was building, so the tow truck doesn't have a steer, because there's only one steer, and you know, this is what I don't get. A lot of bricks are left in this set, because also when I was building this build, then there were also still a lot of bricks left, you know, and also bricks that are, you know, like big doors to move sidewards. And why are they in the set? And actually, there's a thing, because I could not find them anymore. I checked on Bricklink, you know, for the parts list, and I could not find them anymore. So I actually ordered them. And I also remember that this garage had this. That's why I also called it a garage, because I was remembering that these big doors were in the building, but I don't know. And there are only just 3 builds in these instructions. Yes. So actually, no, I was actually thinking the seat of the truck driver is a bit too low, but actually it's totally fine. So yeah, I was assuming this, but and then the car. Let's just show everything. I mean, the driver is not inside anymore now, but yeah, just to also to give an impression for what it is here. So comparing to the other builds, this is definitely the best one, and also the one with the most play features. I mean, this is in building with cars, and that's then you already have like a tiny town, let's say, right? Like some outback thing on the road, you know, in the middle of nowhere. You know, you have this in these movie scenes, you know, like a gas station somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. What else? So yes, in general, let's just go to the in general part now. I think we had now a glimpse of all the sets and what's included of all the builds. I'm always saying sets, but it's just 3 builds in one set. So yes, in general, I think I'm not very familiar with Lego Basic. I'm familiar with Lego sets from this era, from the 80s. It's a bit, there's a lot of weird solutions here. And I just don't get it, because they obviously just added extra bricks in this set. And then you have like situations that I just put, like, for example, 2 1x1 plates together side by side. Then you could just use a 1x2 plate, you know. And there's multiple times in this entire, also in this build and the other builds, that they do this, and then I think like, okay, if you already add more bricks to this set, extra bricks, like spare parts, then why don't just add that brick that you need right there, you know? So I don't know how this worked. They just were building it with a specific amount of bricks, and then just added randomly later on, okay, let's just add some more bricks to it. And not thinking like, hey, we had that problem there, why we just don't add exactly that brick that we need there. So I don't know. I have no answer to that. Yeah. So this build is nice. The other builds are weak, I think. But for a kid, starting with Lego, and this is the first set, I don't know. I think they could just have made this build just the set, you know, and then the other as an alternative build, you know. So, but it's not really promoted like that. I mean, on the cover of the instructions is just like that, you know. So yeah. So this is some yeah, questions. I have questions of this. Also like this, you know, like this pipe, it's just falling off, and nothing to connect it together. That the construction is a bit more stronger. So it's also like, it seems like also like a different team that actually designed this set. And I mean, 85, it is the year of the Lego trains, high-speed train, and the other cargo train, it was released. So they actually had the skills, you know, to do it. So this set only, I would give it a rating of maybe like a 7 or something. But the complete set with this disappointing Euro builds, I'm looking there because they should be somewhere there. Yeah, then it drops down to maybe a 6 or something. 5 now. it's just okay, maybe just okay. Yeah. I think I said everything. I mentioned it already before. It was a bit like a complex video here to do because I could not show all the 3 builds together in one review on the same time. I mean, if I made it to have them now together on the table, then I did some magic, but I was not able to do that in real life. So that was a bit difficult. So I was always building the other build in between. So this review video is done in 3 pieces. Yeah, saying that, I think I give it a wrap. I hope you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel. That's very important for my channel to grow. Hope to see you soon at the next video. I wish you a wonderful day. Goodbye.